Да.
Сколько человек? Yeah. Hello, everybody. Do you hear me? So, my name is Andrei Putyatin, and I am Dean's advisor and also take care for promotion of master programs in chemistry department. So today I will tell you about our master program, which I provide in English. And after that, Artem Zhirnov, head of admission committee, will tell you about the rules for admission to the Department of Chemistry. And the last but not least, Natalia Sharoichenko from Foreign Division will tell you about the particulars of visa documents and other useful information. So if you have any questions during my presentation or our colleagues, you can ask us in the chat. So, what happened? Yeah. So, very basic things about Moscow State University. Of course, it's located in Moscow, and this is the oldest. It was established in 1775, and the largest. It's about 40,000 students in Russia, and it's a classical university. So in chemistry, we have a lot of different university, like medical university, chemical technical university, and others. But we are a classical one. So we have we are in the top 50 university according the University QS ranking, so including top 50 of all the world. Of course, we have a large instrumental analysis, infrastructure for research development, and trainings of specialists. So in Moscow State University, we have about 50 different departments in terms of the size, in terms of the number of employees, and the chemistry department is one of the largest. We have more than 4,000 people on board in the chemistry department. Also, we have 16 research divisions. So 16 divisions where the students are participating in different areas of modern chemistry, like inorganic chemistry, organic chemistry, material chemistry, polymer chemistry, and also radiochemistry. If you are interested in the division of radiochemistry, it's about 90 employees with 7 different laboratories. The very good thing that study is very difficult. We have a license to work with radioactive samples. Unfortunately, during the last from 15 to 20 years, a lot of universities all over the country that they have radiochemistry divisions lost their license. We provide fantastic job to keep the license. Also, we have agreement with IAA, so we got a lot of trainees from all over the world in to different terms from several days to several months. So what we proposal? Our proposal is Master of Science program in different fields. We will start from decommissioning. Decommissioning market now is one of the most problematic area of nuclear industry. Only one of 3 projects can be successfully realized. That's why decommissioning projects considered to be high risk. A lot of mistakes we can see: wrong planning, wrong cost, or low qualified project management, etc. That's why Moscow State University under Rosatom umbrella can provide new solutions for this kind of problematic area. And what we propose: the Master of Science program in the field of project management. Yeah. Next. Where is next? Yeah, perfect. Master of Science program project management in the field of decommissioning of nuclear facilities, including radioactive waste management. We try to combine 2 things that's quite unique. We are taking bachelor students with some natural science background, and we continue their education within the Master of Science program with the radiochemistry, nuclear infrastructure, and also very important things: project management, finance, economics, sanctions law, management and government, etc. That's why we would like to combine those two fields of expertise to provide nuclear elite for the countries. The students will be T-shaped professionals. So after the program, the students can be managers at the nuclear installation that's under construction in different countries. It could be governmental institutional in the field of atomic energy, safety regulation, the institute's organization, opening nuclear radiation hazard facilities, or providing technical support to such facilities. The structure looks like this: 25% for basic radiochemistry and chemistry, also 25% structure of nuclear facilities, 25 for management competencies, and 25 is methods of work execution. So a little bit more details. The program includes course of decommissioning objects infrastructure with introduction and details of nuclear fuel cycle object there. Next course of decommissional technology, which include methods of deactivations of structure, equipment, methods of dismantling and fragmentation of equipment and structure, and the last is radioactive waste management. Next, it will be a course on territories presence, which includes regulatory system, decommissioning funding, requirements for structure document, equipment, technologies, etc. Next course on supranational regulation based on IAEA and OECD NEA acting standards and solutions. Cost management, one of the huge problem to provide high qualified economic models for decommissioning. We include project budgeting methods, capital investing plannings, methods for evaluation values, cost control method based AACA and Rosatom standards, of course. Also, we include course of project management, including every issues for understanding of international certification and project management. After finish your education, you can take IPMI D level as certificate project management specialist with worldwide recognition. Of course, all our students will have an individual research projects. We sign agreement with some installation with Rosatom for it. As example here, as it's agreement with PDC UGR. It's a pilot and demonstration center for decommissioning of uranium graphite nuclear reactors. Those students who will go to our Master of Science program, they will have a projects not in the simulated condition, but in condition in real facilities that it's under decommissioning right now. I think that it's very important. The next program in our series is in nuclear medicine field. From this year, we are developing it, but so now it's under. We plan to start, of course, training process from this September, and it's under approval process. The program is implemented jointly with the leading companies of the nuclear industry in this field, Rosatom Healthcare and Rosatom Overseas. Glad to introduce it for the first time. This is absolutely new program, Master of Radiopharmaceutical Chemistry. As you know, nuclear medicine is a convergence of science. As you can see on the slide, it combines elements of physics, medicine, biology, engineering, cognitive science, and of course, in a large volume chemistry. As I said earlier, Moscow University consists of a huge number of departments. Therefore, we have very wide opportunities for collaboration and cooperation between the departments. The division of radiochemistry is the base and the locomotive of this program. What does radiopharmaceutical chemistry include? This is a whole set of procedures necessary for searching for a compound, selecting the necessary radionuclide, and all required tests. As I said before, the program are now under approval process. To date, I'm ready to highlight the main parts. Here. Of course, our ground, our base is radiochemistry. Methods for the production, isolation, and purification of radionuclides. Reactor, synchrotron, generator. Methods of synthesis and quality control of radiopharmaceuticals. Radiopharmaceuticals for diagnosis, therapy, and theranostics in nuclear medicine. The world, it's included United States and European Union requirements of GMP in the production of radiopharmaceuticals. Radiation safety and radiation control of staff and patients who are using of radiopharmaceuticals. Of course, radioactive waste management generated during the production and during the use of radiopharmaceuticals. Transportation of sources of ionizing radiation, project management, protection of intellectual property, legislation in the field of ionization radiation sources. So, thank you very much for your attention. Do you have any questions? Anybody? So, nobody. Now I give the floor to Artem Zhirnov. He is the head of admission committee. Artem, do you hear me?
Dear Andrei, Artem is still busy now.
Oh, here in the Russian session, yeah.
Maybe Natalia?
Yes, if everyone is okay with that, I can maybe present my material before Artem Evgenievich. Right, okay. Andrei, please can you switch off your demonstration so I can turn on my presentation?
Okay. Yeah, it's okay?
Yeah. Okay. Dear colleagues, do you see the presentation?
Yeah.
Okay, so hello everyone. Today I would like to speak about some practical matters of studying at the Moscow State University and some key issues the Foreign Office deals with international students and the stay in Moscow and Moscow State University. So first of all, the Foreign Office which representative I am. We do visas and registrations for foreign students, as it's an essential part of studying in Russia. We do visas for citizens of all states except CIS countries, and we need to apply for a visa in advance if you come to us the first time and you haven't lived in Russia before. So we do invitation letters about a month prior to your coming to Russia. So we ask to notify us about your flight or time you come to Russia, and we do your registration as a student here in Moscow. Basically, we do the documentation for this, including registering you at the immigration office, taking your scan of your passport and migration card, which is essential to keep with you all the time, as it's a sign of your legal presence in Russia. We also deal with some dormitory issues. As you may know, MSU provides halls of residence to the students, and we apply for your place at the dormitory. And also we answer general questions about your studies, about your stay in Russia, everything that you may have trouble with, we will answer, and you can always come to us at the room 231. Also, you can see our contacts here, our email and our phone. As for visas and registration that I mentioned, these are the examples of the registration. You can see it on the left, and a study visa in Russia. It's very important to prolong visas and registrations on time. And as for visas, we do it, of course, a month before the ended term of your visa. And for the registration, please note that if you are going to live in a rented flat, you need to prolong your registration with the owner of the flat as soon as possible. As for health and security issues, due to COVID, we have some changes in rules of health insurance. They became more strict, as you can understand. And there are some special healthcare plans developed and chosen by the MSU. You can find them on the link studentin.msu.ru/medicine. There are basically 3 healthcare plans that satisfy the conditions of the MSU, and then they cover the PCR tests for the coronavirus and any other treatment. Also, students can enjoy the services of the MSU Medical Center that is located at the territory of MSU near the subway station Universitet. So you can be sure that you can get any medical help here. As for the dormitories, the halls of residence, mainly students live in the FADES complex, nearby the faculty or the main building of MSU, which I think is famous for you. A beautiful and tall building resembling one of the most significant views of Moscow. In the dormitories, you can find many shops, canteens, various services, even beauty salons. There are special rooms to study and relax, so you can do all your studies and also maybe talk with some friends and relax. And generally, all the territory of our faculty, FDS complex, and main building are located in a beautiful district of Ramenki, which is a very green and beautiful one. You can walk to the Moscow River, see Luzhniki Stadium, and just enjoying your time here. And the key details for arriving to date, of course, because the regulations are changing all the time. Basically, if you come into Moscow, you will need to have 3 to 5 days of quarantine, with an exception of United Kingdom. Citizens of the UK still need to be in quarantine for 14 days. There are all the conditions for you during the quarantine, including provided food and Wi-Fi. You should notify us before arrival, as I said before, and you should do a PCR test for coronavirus. First time, less than 3 days before the flight and on the 3rd day of quarantine. And when you come here, you should immediately contact your healthcare company to do the test for you. so we can have all the results and you can move to your permanent dormitory. So basically that is all. Thank you very much for attention, and we will be glad to welcome you at the Department of Chemistry. Any questions?
Thank you, Natalia. So I see the question from Roberto De Marco. What is the difference between the program in English and the Russian one? So it's different programs because if we are talking about Rosatom, a lot of issues. If we are talking about classical one, so in Russian and in English, maybe Artem Zhurnov after his session in Russian can tell us. Maybe do you have any questions more? Natalia, maybe could you tell us about our students from other countries, China or something?
Yes, of course. So currently we have about 20 students from China. They study at all the levels of education, bachelor, master's, and PhD. And we have many examples of students continuing their education at the MSU, going from bachelor to master and from master for PhD. And of course, we're very glad that our department, our faculty is interesting and important for students to continue their study. And basically, we also have some exchange program students also from China, as we have international coordination and agreements on that. Also, we had a student from Germany the last year. We had students from South Korea, of course. We had one student last year that works now in a very big chemical company in South Korea, and we have our Chinese students also applying for a very prestigious job in their home places. So we have a lot of feedback from our graduates, and they thank us for the experience at the MSU. So I hope that for our prospective students, time at the MSU would also be great. By the way, regarding the question about the difference between the programs of master degree in Russian and English, I should also mention for our prospective bachelor and master students that if you don't know Russian or don't know it insufficiently, if you apply to a Russian-speaking program, you will need to complete a one-year course of Russian language at the Institute of Russian Language and Culture at the MSU. And I think in the information list will provide the link to it. So we are waiting a bit for Artyom Zhurnov to tell us about the application.
Artyom, glad to see you.
Hi, Andrei. Yes, my name is Artyom Zhurnov. I am the head of admission office, and I will tell you about some issues on admission track this summer. Let me. Yes. So here is our internet links and our email to have a connection to us for if you have some questions on admission, on study in Moscow University. Some links to regulations on admission. It's a Minnovar-Nauki law and main site for MSU, Lomonosov MSU admission is CPK, Central Admission Committee for Moscow State University, cpk.msu.ru. Here is a list of educational programs on the faculty, chemistry faculty. There are 3 programs in Russian. If you study Russian now, you may apply for these 3 educational programs, and 1 program in English. So Russian language programs, some bachelor studies, 4 years, 10 places to admit. Specialist studies equal to, so a specialist is equal to master degree in Russian, and in Russian system of education. There are 2 exams to apply to admit for this program. It's chemistry oral exam and Russian language oral exam. And we have 2 master studies. It's in Russian, 10 places, and in English, 5 places. Both have exam in chemistry, a written exam, first one in Russian, and the English program is in English. Price not stated yet. It's approximately 500,000 rubles annually. So the full price is 2 million rubles for master studies, master program. Admission track. So you you must make a recognition of your previous education before you apply before you admit, before you enroll in Moscow University. You may do it in on-site recognition.msu.ru. Put your copies of your educational documents on this site to see what do you need, consulate legislation or just apostille legislation. At this point, you can do starting 1st of March. Tomorrow, just tomorrow. Then the main period of admission starts in June. So you may apply. The first point is application. You may apply through the site webanketa.msu.ru. Then we check your documents. You are invited to pass exams. And then you successfully pass exam. You arrange list of abiturients, of all abiturients. We publish a range list of abiturients with points they obtain on exam, and we make a recommendation for enrollment. After that, we can issue a visa invitation, and you can arrive to Russia with a study visa. After that, we must check original documents, make agreement with you, and you must pay for first semester, and after that we enroll you as a Moscow State University student. Key dates. Applications starts June 15. Deadline of applications is July 10th for bachelor and special studies in Russian, and for master programs the deadline is July 20. Exams are starting after applications from July 11 or July 21 and is until July 25th. Exact calendar will be announced on June 15. A ranked list publication is on July 27th, and you must make enrollment consent until July 31st. All exams are in Moscow, but due to epidemic situation, they may be conducted in distant way, but it is not announced yet. A form of examinations is not announced yet. Application. Which documents you must provide to us to successfully apply? First is passport, main page, and Russian visa page if you have one. Second group of documents is evidence of previous education, certificate for secondary education for bachelor studies, bachelor and specialist studies program, and bachelor diploma for master studies. SNILS if you have one. If you have no SNILS, then okay. 2 photos on matte paper to make your admission documents. And after admission, after enrollment, you must provide 4 photos to make educational documents. You may apply for not more than 5 programs in Moscow University simultaneously, and you should make preliminary choice of sub-program if you apply for master studies. All foreign documents must be accompanied by an authorized translation. Legalization and recognition of documents is also required. The procedure depends on the country of issue of the document. So apostille or consulate legislation. In translations, your name must match the spelling, the one on the Russian visa. On July, minimum pass point on master exams is 40. So successful passing means that you have 40 or more points from 100 points on master exam. And on special and specialist exams, it's 36 points. Rank lists are published on July 27 on our official site and on site of Central Admission Committee, cpk.msu.ru. This rank list is impersonal, so the code, you will see the code number signed for your application, the amount of points for individual tests, and the presence of consent for an enrollment, and the original of the certificate. If this original presence of the original of a certificate for previous education also is indicated in this table, this list. So you may see what number of applicants have passed all examinations and with which results. So I wish you a good luck on application and on admission, enrollment, successful enrollment in Moscow State University. You may ask a question on this email, and I will glad to ask for your questions. Ask your questions. Thank you. So if there are any questions on our YouTube. Есть у нас вопросы на YouTube?
Just one question about the difference between master's program in English and in Russian.
All instructions and examinations in Russian program is in Russian. And there is a big, much bigger assortment of programs in Russian than in English. In English, at this time, we have only program on radiochemistry and decommissionment, radioactive waste, and so on radio farm, as Andrei said. And in Russian programs, we have programs on organic chemistry and petrochemistry and polymers, on inorganic chemistry, and so on. That's the difference. And in English program, all examinations, all testing, all instructions are in English. So.
Dear participants, if you need our presentation of our master's program, you can ask us by email. Any questions more?
Mm-hmm. When you apply for bachelor studies or specialist studies, there are two exams in chemistry and in Russian, but you have to have a knowledge of physics and mathematics also. So there are no exams on mathematics and physics formally, but if you have low level of knowledge of mathematics, it's not good. Mathematics and physics is not good for your studies, for your future study on chemistry, faculty of chemistry. We have just simple test on our site, pk.chem.msu.ru. when you can test your mathematics skills, physics skills.
Artem, if we are talking about Russian master's program in Russian, so which level of Russian they need students?
It should be a very good Russian, because chemistry is not simple science. You know, the language of chemistry is not such simple, so it's not so simple.
Mm.
You may apply before you apply for Russian programs. Institute for Russian Language and Culture, Moscow State University. They provide 1-year programs, half-year programs, as I know, to level up your Russian and your Russian, not only as Russian, but Russian in chemistry, Russian in mathematics, Russian in physics. They taught also these subjects, the subjects along with Russian language.
It's not classic Russian with it's Russian with special terms. Yeah.
Yes.
Chemical, physical.
Chemical and physical, mathematics. Yes.
Any more questions? We are waiting our student, Simona.
Mhm.
So we have new question from Shan Su about international students. Of course, international students will be participate in different groups. So international students in English master program, of course, will be the international students in master program in English.
But if you study in Russian program, there is no separate group for foreign students. But that group is not very big. So we have approximately 5 master students, 5 Russian master students a year. And English language program students are in separate group. And they have a different study plan.
Simona, hi.
Hello, Simona.
Hello, hello.
So everybody, I want to introduce Simona Sandalawa. She is our master student and maybe can tell us a few words about her experience in our English master's program.
Okay, can I talk about the whole education or only about the master's program? Because,
Sure.
Okay. So actually, I was a student, or I was also a bachelor student first. So I studied here 4 years to get my bachelor's degree just in chemistry, and then after my third year, I joined the Department of Radiochemistry, and then after that I joined the master's program, or I started my master's program here in the decommissioning of nuclear facilities. And what can I say? First, because I was first studying in Russian, it wasn't quite easy, but it was always a good experience because of the of the specialists that that are working at the chemistry department, also at the faculty or at the department of radiochemistry, but at the whole department as well. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit nervous. If I would share my experience, it wasn't easy at the beginning, but there were always people that were willing to help me, I would say. And the whole program right now is very interesting. I think that this field that I chose for myself is, I would say, quite unique, and the program is also quite unique. And it is, I would say, very very useful right now because there aren't enough specialists, I would say, in this field of decommissioning nuclear facilities. And from my experience, the information that I get from my professors and from from their lessons is very useful, very interesting for me. And I would say I am looking forward to more. Also, what is very important to say, because of this, I received a new fellowship program from international agency from IAEA. Those of you who are interested in the field of in the nuclear field, I'm sure that you know this agency, and I think it is also thanks to the experiences that I gained at my university, as well as this quite unique program. So I think and the possibilities that our faculty gives us are very, very good, and they allowed me to get this fellowship program. Oh, I just noticed that I don't have my camera on. Sorry. I apologize. Because I came from a different section, so I thought it's already on. Okay, do you have any questions for me?
We have a question from Roberto De Marco. So which tracks in chemistry we have master program, I think. So we have 2 roads, 2 tracks right now in English. It's radiopharmaceutical chemistry and it's decommissioning. Any questions more?
You can also you can also ask me about, for example, about how the studying is, how is the student life, or something like that. Anything you are interested in.
Simona, maybe you can tell us how you do like Moscow or Russia in general, so our students will know how they would feel when they come here.
Okay, I can talk about it a little bit. So if I would talk about Russia in general, I really like it. I really like the openness of the people. I really like the culture in itself, because Russians really are very friendly, I would say, and very open. And also at our department, it is very, I would say, just very warm and very friendly. And Moscow in general, well, now it's cold, but it's very beautiful. For example, here in winter, and the whole Moscow is just wonderful and beautiful city. I have traveled throughout a lot of cities, throughout a lot of capitals, and I would say it's the most beautiful capital out of all of them, because you can just go to the center. You can travel there by the underground, and on 20 to 30 minutes you are there, and you can walk throughout these just majestic avenues with beautiful buildings. The streets are just very clean, very just very nice, and the services in here are, I don't know, I just love how you can, well, it is a little bit not to the team, but you can order anything, and it comes here very quickly. Everything just works, I would say, in the services, and yeah, and overall I think it's a very good experience. Very beautiful country, very warm people.
Thank you for sharing.
It's my pleasure.
So I'll tell you about exam samples. I'll show you our site and how to find examples, samples of exam tasks. Sorry, we have no direct link in admission section, in English language section, but we'll remake the site next month, I think, and we will put direct link to exam samples. But you have can find samples here. It's just in Russian, a sample of exam tasks. It's an examination card for year 2019. So you may see, you can see a direct link to this page. So it was a question from Russian YouTube, but I think this question will be interesting for English language people, for our English language guests.
May I just add a little bit? So, as you have seen in the English examination card, the exams aren't that difficult. I would say I took the exams last year, and it was very easy. It was like if you know your subject and if you know your field well, it will be easy for you, I would say. Also, whenever you have a question, you can just write to the respective people, to Artyom or to Andrei, and they will guide you through the process. They will answer your questions. So it's very, it's I would say it's how to say it is. You can ask questions. It is very easy. So don't hesitate.
Okay, so maybe we'll wrap up. What do you think, dear colleagues? Andrei, we cannot hear, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe it's a good idea.
So if anyone have some questions, we are very happy to answer them by emails that we provided. Yeah.
So, dear participants, we'll finish our presentations. Thank you very much to join us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.